Take on the role of a real estate tycoon trying to bring the most tourists to their island resort. Thank you for joining me here at Tantrum House Studio D. I'm Kevin Delp. Luxury Island is a competitive roll and write game for 2 to 4 players that takes about 30 to 60 minutes to play. Now, this game is being created by Thomas Corrali, who is sponsoring this video. As in all our overview videos, we'll give you an idea on how the game is played, but we won't be sharing our thoughts on our likes or dislikes. But let's jump into Luxury Island. Each player needs a copy of the board that shows the island. You also need 2 6-sided dice for the game. Players will start with 5 coins, and you'll draft 2 starting territories from those coins that you'll purchase at the beginning of the game. The cost for the territories is shown in the upper right of each territory. You'll draw a circle on the territories you own and place an X on the ones your opponents own. And then you'll start with some resources based on the territories you now have. Here's a quick overview of the game. Players will be rolling dice and then taking one action, like getting gold, producing, expanding, or constructing. Buildings will gain you tourists, and the first person to attract 8 tourists will win the game. Let's look at the different actions a little bit more in depth. If you decide to take gold, you take gold equal to the difference between the 2 dice. And then proceeding clockwise, each player will receive 1 gold less than the previous player. So if I, as the active player, get 2 gold, the next player gets 1, and then everyone else around the table gets nothing. If the active player decides to produce, then all players that own territories that match the rolled number will produce resources. Each territory produces 2 resources, but only 1 can be claimed from each border region. Instead of getting gold or producing, you could expand or construct. Expanding is pretty simple. It's purchasing a new territory next to a territory you already own. That player also gets 2 resources selected from the border regions. If you decide to construct, you choose a building that you have the required resources for and draw it on a territory that you own that doesn't have a building on it. The buildings all give you different benefits, like the hotel gains you tourists. A factory produces resources when that number territory is rolled, even if the active player doesn't choose the produce action. An airport gets you a tourist and gets you a territory. The mall lets you exchange resources. And casinos let you gain a tourist when a 7 is rolled. There is a rule that whenever a 7 is rolled, the active player has to steal a resource or gold from another player, and that ends that player's turn. So the game gives you choices based on the dice you roll. What action do you want to take? And then based on those actions, getting the best territories for the resources, and then the decision of what buildings to build. Sometimes you just build the ones for the resources you have, but as you play more and more, you can go after the resources that will help you build the buildings you want, getting those right territories. So check out Luxury Island if you like roll and write games. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.